Welcome back to Nugget Garage. This week we've got sound. Last week we didn't have sound.
Yeah,
which is why there was no video.
Somebody forgot to turn the microphone receiver on.
That would be me.
That combined with an underwhelming amount of t-shirt sales, which is cool.
Yeah, that was cool. We have actually sold out of large and extra large shirts in like 3 days.
And we panicked for a bit because we didn't have any postal stuff or anything set up. We thought we might sell like 2 shirts.
It's very yeah, I actually bought 20 bags thinking it would get me through the first week.
Yeah.
And then 100 bags later.
That chewed up a bit of time last week, and work chewed up last week.
Yeah, so we're a bit flat out. So, and then I stuffed up all the audio, so you didn't get a video because we ruined it.
We tried.
Unless you wanted a silent movie, which would have sucked. So this week,
still got work done. So in this episode, you'll see some more pipey things.
Yeah, Scott's done the intercooler piping. All the intercooler piping?
Yeah, it's all done.
All done.
It turned out kind of okay.
I don't think it's good.
It's all right. Everything went together as planned. Also did transmission lines. I had to make little organising, holding, blocky things for that, which is cool because after I showed Next Level that, he organised with Venom to send me some billet ones for the other side, which is what we're going to try and also do.
Yeah, so they're just like half things. They just bolt up against the floor, do they?
Yeah, they replaced the original fuel line organiser, but they're billet and they've got provision for -6 and -10 line, which is exactly what I'm using. Mind you, I ordered my speed flow yesterday and it turned up, and I ordered 10 metres of -10 hose instead of -6. So
you got it backwards?
I've got extra hose and not enough for the
Everyone likes extra hose.
But that's all right because I can do 80% of the job without that hose.
And you've done those, you've done those lines up there?
We've also done all the lines for the turbo oiling system.
All that stuff.
So I'm about $2,000 into my speed flow already, which was good because Golby's hooked me up with a discount and probably saved me a couple $100.
Yeah.
Before I ordered 8 metres of hose that's wrong, which I've now got for the rest of time.
Oh, we'll roll into it.
Okay.
Show them the things. I reckon it's going to whistle. What's a nut unsert? I reckon that flows just enough for about 843 horsepower. You can make more. All the extra weight it's got to carry, mate. You want to be making 944. Stand here with your length in my hand.
Okay, so I couldn't wait. I mocked up and put all my fittings and adapters and everything everywhere because I just wanted to make sure I didn't also stuff up the fittings that I ordered. And miraculously, they're all okay, except for the fuel regulator at the front where I wanted to put it in front of the plenum. It's with those BPP fuel rails, it doesn't quite line up like I'd have it, so I'm going to put it somewhere else. With the pressure sensor on it anyway, it ended up hanging out too far to use the plastic covers, which is what I want to do on that engine. So down here I've got to try and...
Do you look at it?
Oh, you're still going on with that crap. Just let me have my time. This stuff costs lots of money. So I want to use this spot here for a nitrous bottle. If it doesn't stall up, which there's a very good chance that it probably won't. So I've got to try and make this flex sensor and my fuel filter take up the same spot whilst making the fuel filter easy to clean, because that's what you do on the 85. Bobby?
Fuel filter. Bobby.
So unfortunately I've got to do that thing first, I think. I was going to go and use bulkhead fittings, but realistically I've bought way more fittings than I can afford already. So it's going to go through a hole in the floor. Yeah.
Wow.
Bulkheads fittings are just more weight.
There's nothing wrong with that.
So this hole here I might have to do a little bit of elongating too.
Oh.
And then all this stuff over here is still to go. I can't wait for that part actually.
There's lots of stuff, eh?
Mm. And this Aeroflow twin pump cradle turns out to be a triple pump cradle.
Oh, is it?
But they don't do 2 power circuits, so it's stupid. Like you got to run 3 pumps the whole time. So I capped one off. So it's going to have 2.
So you can't stage the pumps?
No. So I don't mind running 2 at once, but not 3. It's stupid.
3's a bit much. Oh.
All right, and I'm using 120 series speed flow hose, which is Nomex braid.
Oh.
So there's a couple of good things about that. It's light, it's somewhat fireproof. They reckon you're not supposed to use it with the 85, but it's to do with the additives that some people put in the fuel, I think. And I've used rubber hose before with ethanol and it's fine. So the other good thing is you can cut it with side cutters and you don't stick this shit in your finger when you try and put fittings together, which is bloody awesome.
It's a pain in the arse, eh? Oh, I didn't know you weren't meant to use it with the 85. Whoops.
Rubber braid.
No, the Nomex.
It doesn't say that you can't. It says that it may have inconsistent results with. So somewhere along the line, someone's whinged about something, and then they've just gone, well, we better put a statement out because people like to whinge. I used hydraulic hose last time. It was flawless.
So you need gas, mate.
It's possible. Don't you need gas? No, you don't. You have a proper converter built for your car, though?
Yes.
I have one that's already cost me $5,000, plus the cost of itself, plus the cost of modifying it. So that's like an $8,000 converter in this. Should be mint.
You think so for that money?
Yeah. No, it's going to be completely
Is that how much it owes you? Holy shit, dude.
Well, $1,600 to buy, $5,000 to replace the turbo that it blew
Oh, is
up.
that the Puerto Rico one?
Yeah. Plus my time to rebuild everything that got destroyed.
Ordinary.
Plus I had to get a bonnet repainted to fix that. And then it cost me another $600 to get modified, and then it didn't fit. It's getting up there. It's getting up there. I could have bought a lock-up converter for that.
Nice bench.
Anything that's horizontal in this workshop just turns into a bench.
Jeez. It usually takes two of us to get through that.
That's why I maintain. I figure.
Round is a figure, right?
Looks like a flex fuel / fuel filter holding plate.
Oh, yeah.
So, do we care if it's level with the chassis rail or whatever that thing's built for, or do we pack it up? I don't think it's going to matter, eh?
Is anyone going to see it?
Only the entire bloody internet.
Are you going to paint it black or red?
Going to leave it raw.
Ooh.
In the mood.
Ooh. Is it shiny? It's not working. Ooh. Ooh.
There it is. Do I overhang it? So you can do fittings up? No.
Well, probably be easier to do the fittings up if you can get to them.
I'll probably just trim it, then it doesn't need to be that long.
Jeez. Might see out the ground maybe on that one. It's a nice car, eh?
She got stuff in my eye this week, but it was after I'd finished grinding.
Was it something that
Something that fell off the bottom of the car.
fell off the car?
Best grinder ever. It doesn't even stand up by itself.
Does it?
Yeah, D-Bolt.
D-Bolt's got no battery. Look at it, working, mulky. Like an
Look
Opus.
at it. This is fall on the face where it grinds with. Need a custom shampooing tool. What do you reckon, Lance? 12 mil?
12 mil, 13 mil. What did you do that for? Look at it. Look at it. Look at it.
Smell something over that way.
There's all the awesome coming out.
Are you fixing up my work?
Yeah, because you didn't do it right.
Zip tie amateur.
You didn't get it right, mate.
Zip tie hose organiser. Did you learn this off
I don't know.
Roadkill?
Maybe. That one's better than the first one.
See, I hid my zip tie bits. I was trying to make it that they weren't zip ties, but you just got them all hanging out.
Happy now?
Sure.
No one's going to see it anyway. It's under the freaking car.
Al's coming here shortly. He's going to critique the shit out of that.
Oh, good on him. Good on you, Al.
Should I do some of this in portrait?
Don't see his in portrait. Yeah, that makes it easier to edit.
Alright, it's the next morning. Obviously we've changed hoists. Last week we got to play with some rack and bush. This morning we're going to play with some hose. So because I just like getting on with it, I've already made the lines at the back, gone through the boot floor, up over the cradle. We used a couple of the original plastic hose organisers to zip tie the hoses over there, and then we've gone into these Venom billet blocks. They work pretty decent actually. They use some kind of Toyota plastic insert that grabs the original studs. It's a pretty decent job. Alright, so we've still got this header off because it makes it easier to get all these lines up. Yesterday I've made a fuel regulator mount too, so I've moved it from the front to the back because it wasn't going to work. And I can still mix and match fittings and make that work, I think.
And it probably actually almost even looks better.
I think so. Well, we'll shove these up. Shove these up through this hole and put the car back down and figure out our lengths.
You grab your length and move the hose around.
See that, son?
You want me to grab your length through this hole here?
Well, there's a little length to grab though, so I wouldn't take it. I wouldn't take the whole lot of it.
Just
You get that on the big jobs.
why is it always the big jobs?
It's not the size of the job that matters, you reckon? It's how you use it. Safety.
Ooh.
It's extra safe. You can't unsafe it yourself.
Got enough hose?
Plenty of hose. Too many hose.
Is that because Supra?
I think so. Actually, Alan, what are you coming today? So I've got to try and make this look somewhat professional. Otherwise, Al's scrutiny will hurt my feelings. He's a hard man to impress.
You got his shirt on. Stuff.
That's not even good enough for him, but
You don't love it. Oh lordy, there's some length here.
there is a bit of length, eh? This is an industry standard anti-lag device.
Anti-lag.
After that drag challenge, I'm never forgetting this little tube ever again. I'm bringing my prep.
So that's your hose for the gas.
Yeah.
The gas hose.
Yeah, this is that hoe that's just that little bit too much fun, and you know it's definitely not a keeper. Just tears shit up. It's a good ride though. I'm assuming I'm keeping away from my imaginary extractors. Sustractors. How good are these fittings? Speed blow, speed blow, speed blow. Ooh, why does my house hurt a little bit when I say that? I'm going to use these industry standard aluminium spanners on my $25 each f***ing fittings.
Ordinary fittings.
Ordinary fitting. I haven't stabbed myself yet, which is great.
Story time. Scott. There's another story time with Scott. Right here. I think it's going to be faster than mine.
I don't think it's going to be faster than yours. I know it's going to be faster than yours.
Might as well just give up now. It doesn't even run.
You don't know it yet. I fudged your dyno figures, man. You think it makes 840. I actually stopped at about 550.
I don't doubt it. I haven't actually driven it, so I wouldn't have a clue.
You'll realise about the time that I drive away from you with my 700 rear wheel in my fatter car. You fudged it. You told me it was efficient. Oh, what's that noise? That's the internet losing their shit. You know what, bud? They're my fittings.
It's not right.
Because they're speed flow, they can handle the abuse.
Oh, that's nasty.
They don't even need to be lubed up before you assemble them because they're pre-lubed. Jim Jeffries would be impressed.
So what's the new plan here? You're going...
Well, I was going to bolt the regulator onto here, but the little plastic crossed over a bit. I want to keep it looking factory. And then by the time you put the fuel pressure regulator on it and left enough room for the pipes that kind of sat really far forward. And then these BPP rails aren't symmetrical. They're one side 90 sits further forward than the other. So it would have looked all on the piss and it would have done my head in. So the plan is to still use the 90s. This Nomex hose is pretty flexible. So we'll just spin these around, and I might even put the 2-to-1 merge split thing under the manifold, because I'm going to use, it's coming up as -10. It's got to split to twin -6. So we might do that up the back here.
That's what we did on the Corolla. Let's see the, oh no, the major
Yeah.
Corolla had that.
Yeah.
Split into it.
So then I didn't want to cut anything, so I just made this dodgy yellow bracket. I might paint it black yet. Gets it up and out the road. Because in this area here, I've got to incorporate a vacuum tank, because this thing's got boosted brakes and pretty bloody big camshafts, so it's going to have no brakes. And then also need somewhere to put a catch can eventually, which is probably going to be here as well. Because right there is going to be the factory Sora airbox. And try and make it look like it's NA still, for some reason.
Okay.
Sleeper engine bay.
Sure.
Which gives me an excuse to buy some weld RTS wheels. I'm going to do it. Make it look like a race car on the outside and then a stock NA V8 on the inside.
Yeah, but it'll be faster.
That's backward sleeper. That's awesome.
I like weld wheels, but
I don't like the price. Holy crap.
They're like $6 grand at the moment.
They give you about $4,400 just in rims.
Bugger.
And then tyres.
Yeah, you can keep that. That's half my whole build.
You know, I know you're full of shit because you are full of shit. Good idea. We've got to figure out how to get f***ing mega hose up the back here.
Where's Mega Hose going?
Well, it's got to kind of try to take the same route as not so mega hose, and then sneak up around there and like pretend to be a heater hose, then turn into 2-6s.
Right. It shouldn't be hard.
Well, the smart thing to do would be to take the inlet manifold top off and do it that way. It seems like a lot of work. Alright, so that's the end of sort of eventful week on the Supra.
Yeah, we've got a fair bit done. It's got all the fuel lines run now, which is speed flow stuff.
Made a few more brackets. Not binky standard brackets, but brackets.
Yeah, brackets are brackets.
I'm trying to do everything somewhat properly on this, so I've kept my tech screw and zip tie use to a minimum.
I use some of it.
Use nutsets and whatnot.
Your zip tie game sucks.
It does.
Anyway, here's your wallet.
It's lighter. Very much lighter.
So you can carry it now?
It's going to be lighter soon too, because I've decided that this thing needs, like, I'm going to be like a sheep.
Really?
I'm going to buy some of those Weld the S71.
Really?
That looks awesome.
You're going to do it?
Yeah, I'm going to do it. So they're like 18 by 8s on the front and 15 by 10s on the back. The body on this thing is okay from a distance, but
it's actually tight. It's fairly tidy.
Yeah, but
you're just getting fussy.
You put shiny wheels on there, and it's like, wow, sick.
Well, just don't put shiny wheels on it.
Yeah, and I figure we can do like the backwards sleeper thing, so it'll look like some friggin' Pro Street Supra, but then be a pissier NA V8 in the engine bay.
But it's not.
But it is. It'll just have a pipe.
So it'll be like.
There's no turbo.
So it'll be like, ah, surprise, and then like the one will be like, ah, surprise, you're like, and then ah, surprise.
Pretty much. Yeah. It's confusing.
Yeah, it sucks.
Since this is always going to be in front of your car, you'll be able to see the turbo. Yeah.
No.
I don't even have a revision mirror. I don't even care what's going on back there.
You won't need a revision mirror to look at me, mate. I'll just send you photos of the front so you know what it looks like.
Okay.
Speaking of which, 4th of July, yes. New track.
Road trip. Oh no, that's Willowbank.
Willowbank. Yeah, things are opening. So we get to do Kevo versus Barry. See who gets to oil the track down first. I reckon it's going to be Barry.
It's highly likely.
So you'll win that.
I figure I'm just going to put a brush off the back of it on the ground, so sometimes sweep its own mess off. It's all good.
And then there's a road trip thing which I released. I can't remember.
30th, 31st of August and
Oh, there you go.
November 1st.
Yeah, so I reckon we'll go out and do that and like these ones.
Yep, that's now a goal.
This one and the fast one.
It's alright.
Um,
I'll be happy just to do something and go somewhere and
yeah.
make some
Good.
noise.
So we'll get them out there.
You know what, but my wheels will look better than yours.
No, they won't, because they'll look like everybody else's.
How long will they take to get here anyway? With COVID crap?
Yeah, forever. Forever. You won't get them in time. May as well just not buy them.
Well, I'm over trying to buy freaking wheels off Super people. God, these guys are hard to deal with. Anyway, on that bombshell.
Righto, next week,
Next week.
I have no idea. It'll be
But we'll see you then.
maybe the VL. So anyway, thanks for watching. Oh, look at it.